Good morning.
Brennan, good morning.
It's Thursday, but you had one off day on Tuesday. What day does it feel like to you?
Today feels like a Tuesday.
Feels like a Tuesday.
It feels like a Tuesday. Yesterday, when I had off on Tuesday, the actual Tuesday, which felt like a Sunday because I just took one day off, and then it was like, okay, so I'm going back into work tomorrow. I didn't work today, so yeah, no, it's all over the place. Just working through the week.
Throws everything off.
Yeah, it does.
We got a lot to talk about this morning. Fun topics. We'll get to weather and stuff, but first, I have a story.
I can't wait.
Our family is growing.
Yes.
Four
New
legs.
member?
4 legs. New member at the Summers household. So
Yeah.
a couple of months ago, we suddenly lost our cat, Jet, and this was the only one the girls had known growing up, and it became. Of course, it's tough losing an animal and then trying to communicate it to a 2 and a 5-year-old.
That is hard, yeah.
And it was the youngest one who would keep saying, just out of nowhere, could be middle of the night, middle of the day in the car, she'd be like, Dad, Jet, Dad. And I'm like, yes, honey.
Right.
Went to the doctor, sick. And we were like, yes, he passed away. And then she would occasionally go with her little young mind, body, ?
Yeah.
And we would have to explain that. And we were like, he's gone, honey. He crossed the Rainbow Bridge. That's what happens with animals. And then they've been asking for cats, looking at Lollipop farm pages for Rona, saying we need another one. And we were going to do it last Christmas. Didn't happen. And we were like, okay, maybe a birthday. And we kept putting it off.
Yeah.
And then we got word of some Bengal cats, which I had no idea what they were until yesterday.
You can imagine with the name.
Yeah. And with the photo.
Look at that cat.
We ended up getting one from Lollipop. So it was spur of the moment. We had seen some postings online that there were some in the area that were getting ready. They were going to the shelter, going to be coming up for adoption.
Yeah.
And when I started Googling about these cats, they could be $1,000 to $10,000 according to the Google search.
Sure.
They're so rare. So it's a domestic cat like we would have mixed with a wild Asian leopard cat breed.
Sure.
And that's why they have Bengal stripes on their
incredible
tail,
color.
their head, and then the full body. I don't have a picture just yet because she was so shy.
Yeah.
It's leopard spots. Looks just like a leopard.
That's so cool.
And so Steph and I were texting yesterday, and she was like, "They got one." I was like, "You got to go. Just swing up there,
Jump in."
So she gets there, and there's a wait because a lot of families showed up, wanted to see this cat. Wasn't the only one. There's another one coming up too, and it was like an hour wait. I think I'm talking to her, and she's like, "What am I gonna do?" She's like, the universe is lining up. This is the cat they want.
Cat, right?
Yeah, and so it came out. It's almost 1 year old. Her name is Sapphire, which also happens to be Ed Sheeran's new song, which is the rage in our household, playing on Alexa all the time. And Steph said, "You got to get it.
Get the cat."
And I was like, "Okay, well, wait. How much is this cat?"
Sure.
And it was a little more than 100. And then when I looked at what it was worth, I was like, okay, that's the going adoption fee. So brought it home. Girls love it. And this cat, we got to keep her separate from the dog for a bit till they get used to each other.
Yeah, sure.
Was so shy in the middle of the night. 1 a.m. I woke up just sitting on the end of the bed staring at me.
That was going to be my question. What your kid's reaction was to like, hey, guess what?
I picked them up from school and I said, we're going to Walmart to get cat litter, a new box.
Yeah.
And so they get home and they're like, let's go upstairs. And they are just arms going right into the
and the cat is like, no.
I know. We're like, you might get scratched to start. But she was sweet. So they love it. So that's
awesome. It'll be a fun weekend. I'm sure just all day long.
My wife's going out of town for a conference.
Yeah, right. So
they're going to be going out of town. And it's just going to be me for about a week.
Okay, well, maybe it's good for the cat to kind of get acclimated to the house a little bit.
Yeah, so for basically a week and a half, it's going to be me, the cat, and the dog.
Yeah,
and I've got to separate them. No UFC fight or no scratching or anything. So
just this kind of slow acclimation of each other, get used to the smells, right? That's the big thing.
Yeah, and here I am.
Nice.
Back
there
to
you
cleaning
go.
the litter box.
I like cats. Well. We had a cat for quite a bit when I was in high school. My sister had a cat, and less maintenance, which I definitely appreciate about a cat. I know you guys want me to get a dog eventually. Michaela pushing me to get a dog, and my wife had a dog forever. So, it's on the to-do list. When my kids are older and they can walk the dog, then they can be more responsible.
Just don't show them any of the adoption pages or swing by just for fun because you'll be bringing one home like us.
Yeah, I hear you.
We need to talk about the zipper.
Ah, yes.
We had received some comments and emails in recent weeks about, does it work on 490?
Right.
The work zone, what they're doing. Crews are making some big headway, by the way, replacing the bridges.
Yes.
And here it is. Everyone's supposed to go all the way to the final merge point as you're passing Fisher, you're getting closer to Parrington and Bushnell's Basin.
Right.
You go through this a lot.
Yep.
And people are like, maybe it's just a combination of where it is, how busy that road is, that it's still some rough headaches.
It's a tough stretch there on 490 on the east side.
I know. So we went out and, speaking of my family, got some sound from someone. You see this?
She looks familiar.
Looks familiar. This would be Rochester area mother, Brennan's better half, Stephanie Robusto.
Yes. I love it.
She works right there in that area.
Yeah.
She had just moved offices when this project was starting, and she had asked me, how long is this going to take? I said 2 years, and here's how she's adjusting.
She's not super happy.
The zipper merge has come into play and gone down to one lane. It's definitely increased that time so significantly. In fact, I had to shift my work hours in order to even make it to work in time. As it was promoted and publicized about the change to 490, we all started looking at alternative routes to get to work. And those backup roads for me would lead me through 250 through Fairport, which is now also shut down for construction. So it's leading you into further back roads and adding even more time to that commute.
I think she was on TV before.
She's got the charisma.
Yeah, listen, we hear that, and this is just, when we do these stories and we hear about everything going on, it's just part of it. But maybe they'll be done ahead of time. So it's eastbound now, westbound next year, and fall 2027.
Yeah,
maybe we'll get summer.
Both directions still have the zipper, and so I have to do it every day. So what I do is I get out of work. I live literally off exit 26, right? So I look at like Google Maps and I see what the traffic is. And if it's backed up like a half a mile, I will take 25 into East Rochester and then do Marsh Road. And the image we're showing here, it's actually kind of the opposite because you got to hustle over to the right lane. Yeah. And here is my issue that I have with it. I think the concept does work if everybody follows the exact rules. So if you stay in, let's say you stay locked into your lane until you get to the sign that literally says merge here, then you merge there. The issue comes when you have a full line of traffic on the right side here, and then you have people cruising on the left side, and they get skittish. They get scared. So
gotta go.
Instead of going no, they don't have to go though. They have to wait and merge when it says merge here. Do not merge sooner. That's the issue. People are merging too soon. Wait. Go all the way down, and then let the traffic back up that way, and then that way you can just go 1 2 1 2.
Yeah.
Because that's when people screw up and go too quick.
And then it would just be slowly going in. And the reason people are like, why are we talking about the zipper and the system that this is the first time that had been used, like here, maybe in the state, this concept's been used.
When you go down to one
so
lane for months at a time versus, okay, this construction for 2 days.
Yeah.
This is like, it's been there for months and months, and people still don't get it. And I have seen some close calls, some honking, some swerving and jerking because people still don't get it. And unfortunately, I think it's probably going to be like this for a long time.
Yeah, we'll see it going the other way again. So another year and a half or so working on that. All right.
Yeah.
We were talking in the pod yesterday. You wanted a good bit of rain. We got a good bit of rain yesterday.
We got some rain, finally. We got some rain. My house got about a half inch, which was good. My plants are very happy about that. My tomatoes are starting to really get ramped up. Maybe I'll take a picture. I'll bring that in. We can chat about that tomorrow of how the plants are doing because they are doing very well. Okay, so today we'll just look at this for now. It's an interesting day. It's the cold front day, we're going to call it. We got a cold front today, and it's a cold front that you would normally see like in the fall or even maybe early spring where you have a big swing in temperature, a big swing in humidity, and just a consistent breeze. We're going to have a wind out of the southwest that's 20 to 30 miles per hour. The front moves through. We get some rain showers, and then we have a northwest gust wind, something like maybe even gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour briefly, especially along Lake Ontario. My tease will be, I'll talk about a little bit of wave action that I expect on Lake Ontario later today.
And my tease for coming up, we got a new home for a former member of the Buffalo Bills and a star from the Harry Potter movies banned from driving after getting in trouble with the law. How about that?
No broomstick.
Working on our teases there. We'll see you in a bit. Whoa. Doubled up on the music. Figuring it out there.
Bring it back.
Can't get enough of that thing. Yeah, it's just, yes. Let it go. It has to be AI.
Look, no human could produce such beautiful sounds.
I know. That's it. We were talking about something this morning on our Sunrise show.
Yes.
It is July 17th as we speak. It's back to school shopping season for a lot of people.
Yes.
So this survey came out from the National Retail Federation that shows 67% of customers are already going to stores for school supplies.
Yeah.
That's up 55% from the same time last year. More than half of those say they had the concerns over tariffs. They wanted to go ahead and buy their stuff early, not knowing what they'll cost in a month and a half. 82% planned everything around the Amazon Prime Day deals that we had after the 4th, as well as Target and Walmart doing the same thing. And the group says we, as Americans, will spend about $128 billion on back-to-school shopping.
Yes.
A lot of people, when we put this up in our poll from our News 8 account, it was like 80-20 said they were waiting. Some people said still don't even have the list yet.
Right.
So much of it's just the computer, Chromebook, whatever they're going to have.
Yeah, sure. That's a good point. Right.
But we had been out and we picked up shoes, some bags, clothes, that stuff. And waiting for our list too.
Kid's got a couple of things already. A lot, you know, Mason's going into preschool, his last year of preschool. So a lot of the stuff, if it's not on their school list when they get it in the next few weeks, we'll just use it at home for random crafts. So yeah, we did pick some stuff up, but I always remember getting that list, and it's exciting, you know, picking out which folders you want and things like that, the hype around it. Seeing these backpacks flash me back. I had the classic LL Bean, green LL Bean bag with insignia J. Gilbert on there for probably all through middle school and high school. Same bag the whole time.
Use it, run it into the ground.
Just ran it into the ground. And I remember also when I was even smaller than that, I was rather jealous of the cool, like, Spider-Man bags and all these cool, like, and I was like, Mom, come on, help me out. She's like, no, just always the generic bag.
We were too, but early on, we our districts moved to everyone had to have clear plastic or a mesh bag.
Really?
This was it would have been long after Columbine when I remember it happening,
Sure.
and it
For
happened.
safety.
Yeah, and whenever I came here, I didn't notice it in my markets in South Carolina, Virginia. Maybe I just didn't pay attention. But here I was like, wait a second. Not everybody has a mesh or plastic bag.
I never remember that.
It was foreign to me. Mind you, we didn't have metal detectors at that point or all the screenings like TSA that some of the schools are rolling out now. But I do remember having everything, the folders in there for about a day and a half. Everything was organized and clean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The color box. Yeah.
And then it turned into like a bat's nest.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Just
Quickly
jamming
did
papers
that.
in there.
Yeah. Be on the lookout for your list.
Yes.
And getting ready for the buses soon enough.
That's right. Coming
Von
soon.
Miller is out of Buffalo.
Yeah, it's like football.
That. Yep, his time was done, and he shared some news yesterday on Instagram. The former edge rusher there in Orchard Park, he's going to the nation's capital. It's reportedly a one-year contract with Washington. That is his fourth team in his 16-year career. He is an 8-time Pro Bowler. Had issues the last couple of seasons when he was in Buffalo, off the field, the assault claims there in Texas, and then also all the injuries as well. But he's joining a good team. Team made it to the NFC title game, had a chance, young, and they're loading up.
Yeah, just like glancing at his stats, you know, he had the Super Bowl win with the Broncos. He had 2013. He had a Super Bowl win with the Rams in 2021. So he has 2 rings. One of a very few players, him, Tom Brady. I think that might be the main list. There might be a couple other guys that have won 2 Super Bowls with 2 different teams. Was on the Bills 22, 23, and 24. He had 8 sacks the first year, none the second year, 6 the third year. And he, for what it's worth, did have some injury issues the beginning of his Bills career in 22, but he got healthier 23, and 24 was a good year with the Bills. He played 13 games, had 6 sacks, more of kind of like sent him in on third down to add pressure. But the Commanders made it to their NFC Championship game against the Eagles. They lost, but a lot of people are picking the Commanders to do just as well this year if Jaden Daniels can do just as well. So I think that he's looking for another ring. He wants to be the only player, because no one's done it before, for 3 rings with 3 different teams.
And with Washington, Jaden Daniels is right up there. Once you get past Allen, Mahomes, Jackson, Burrow, he's right there.
They got a great line and already a great defense. It's not like he's going to a team that needs help on defense.
Yeah, and we'll see what the Bills are going to get when they picked up Joey Bosa basically as a replacement for an edge there, but had some
with his injury concerns of his own
already. Josh Allen, speaking of, also in the news. He's got a new deal. So this is an investment stake in New Era Cap. He's the first ambassador to receive equity in the company. It's part of a promo launch on 716 Day, the day of giving there in Buffalo. He got the title of Director of Billustration. So he's going to be wearing 9 different Billustration hats during his walk to the stadium at all the home games coming up this season. The hats are designed by young patients at Oshai Children's Hospital there. And the announcement was part of a comedy skit as well that came through New Era and Yahoo Sports. The hats eventually will be auctioned off after each game to benefit the Patricia Allen Fund that's named after Allen's late grandmother. And man, he's everywhere.
It's funny.
Has some fun.
He's got a little funny quirks to him.
He does. He would have been to ESPYs last night, and among the nominees there, just got married. Yeah. Of course, all the honors from the last season. The one thing, though, that he would tell you, and when you say this all the time, wants a ring. Yeah.
You're right.
But it'll be cool to see the hats and the benefits. So every Sunday, Thursday, Monday, whenever we see him at home, that's when
that's a cool design. I like that design. It's obviously drawn by a kid, but it's still unique in that way. You don't see stuff like that on a hat, so that's kind of fun.
We love him.
Right.
All right. So a little bit more here on our forecast.
Yeah. Let's dive in to cover a couple of things here. Love this view over Lake Ontario. This is Charlotte you're looking at there, 79 degrees. which is on a normal day lovely, but you put the dew point in there at 72, and you're like, oh, it's pretty muggy out there. Interesting wind. 13 miles per hour out of the southwest. That's going to be something we're going to want to watch. The wind is going to pick up. But first, let's cover the humidity. We know it's going to go down today because we got that cold front. So that is going to bring in just a totally separate air mass. And you see the numbers just coming way down. They are falling into the 50s and even in the 40s. So much drier tomorrow afternoon than it will be today. Wind gusts, here we go. 30 to 40 miles per hour as the front moves through, kind of before it, during, and then just after. And the wind will eventually be out of the northwest as well. And so that means it's going to be ripping along Lake Ontario. If you got your surfboard, go out there this afternoon. Some big waves, 4 to 6 foot waves potentially in some spots along the shoreline of Lake Ontario. So we want to watch out for that. And they put out small craft advisory for these kind of events as well. But the water temperature is great. If you do want to go put your toes in, 70 degrees. So after today, we get the showers, we get the cold front, lowering humidity. Tomorrow looks great. Temperatures below average. Will be in the 70s, but this time without the humidity, so it makes it feel nice. Saturday also looks good. Clouds increase late in the day, but storms going to be possible overnight and then into Sunday. And we'll watch for Sunday storms, probably focused in the morning time frame. No real rain activity as of right now. We'll hold on to that. You see the showers near Toronto. Those are heading in our direction. And then there's that dry air mass that we can expect as we get into that time frame where we're looking at something like Saturday night and then into Sunday morning. Extended forecast, you see Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, numbers push back up into the upper 80s to near 90. So lots of things happening this weekend.
Yeah.
Should be good on Saturday.
Refreshing. Looking forward to that. Coming up for us, we're going to talk about drivers that are just fine and legal, going 200 miles an hour, and an actress that shouldn't be going 80 or 90.
She found that Batman car we were talking about yesterday.
Yes, the one flying upside down. Okay, bear with me because I'll nerd out a little bit here.
I can't wait. Let's hear it.
One of the few NASCAR fans in the building.
Right. Yes.
Jim Tortora runs our web department.
Yes.
Huge. Just
big NASCAR guy.
Yeah, so a couple weeks out, 3 weeks now from today, being that Thursday before Watkins Glen,
Nice.
the 8th to the 10th of August, coming back for another year. And this week, we had the chance to have one of the drivers, John Hunter Nemechek. He showed up in studio yesterday. Also had the track president, Dawn Burlew, who's in her second year.
She's great.
Yeah, she's awesome. And we spoke with her last year as she came in because she's the first woman to have that title, being WGI running it. And there she is. Part of our interview. That's at rochesterfirst.com. A lot of fun talking with John Hunter. He's had a couple of top 10 finishes this year, but just talked about the thrill of the Glen and the vibes that he gets from the fans, because it is like a huge festival with the racing mixed in. They do a lot for movie nights, stuff down the hill in the village. All the businesses take part. It's the biggest week of the year. And one thing we always make sure to do, and everyone, they go to the state park there, the waterfalls, hike up and up, and then come back down.
It's a long hike.
It is. But it was a lot of fun, so be sure, go check that interview out. And when he came in the studio, by the way, I'm 6'2" or so.
Yeah.
I was like, man, maybe 5 feet.
That's so funny.
Exaggerating, but I was like, I can't fit in that car. In that custom seat.
I've watched a couple of races. I watched like the Daytona, and then this is like the first. I'd never watched any NASCAR, and then I just watched. And what I thought was one of the biggest noteworthy things is like the pregame warm up is like chatting with your family and like hugging your small children.
Yes.
Which I thought was so interesting. You don't see that in basketball, in football, even in like golf and things like that. You don't see that.
Yeah, it may be, say you may see Josh Allen, after he's done with warm-up, may run up to the side of the field and see someone. Or you like, in basketball, it's just like they give a wave. But here, they're all on pit road. They
hang out with their families.
Hang out with their family. They're holding the kids. And then it's like, boom, earplugs in.
You get in the
hop
car
in
and
the car, go.
It was. I thought that was fascinating to me. That it really felt like a family thing, and it kind of gave me appreciation. I was like, that's kind of cool. You can do that. You can hang out with your pit crew and your family. I mean, you don't really need to stretch.
No.
You know?
It's
kind of cool.
You find the bathroom, you put on your suit,
right?
Anthem, get the command, and fire the
Maybe
engines.
do one of these. You know, stretch the neck out a little bit.
Do that, and then it's because you're stuck, and it's for safety. Your head's not going to be moving much.
This is the only movement you're really doing.
Next 3 hours.
Right. You're just locked in.
Yeah, just locked in. Right. Someone who is not going to be driving, and we talked about this earlier. So Emma Watson has been banned from getting behind the wheel for the next 6 months. The movie star, Harry Potter star, was in court over the last year. She was caught speeding in an Audi in England. She already had 9 points on her license, and then the next ticket is what put her right over the limit.
Over the limit, yeah. I guess she'd been studying for a doctorate at Oxford University lately. Yeah. And, she's got to get to class. She illegally parked one time, obviously going too fast. Not good.
I know. Listen, she's got the money. She'll get the Uber or Lyft, right? Personal driver, something like that.
I love that. That's how you penalize the rich, though, right? Yeah. You say, look, I'm going to take your license away. Sure, I know you can pay all these tickets, but watch this.
It should be, we're going to take your car. We're going to donate that thing to charity.
There you go.
How about that? Just options. Just
options. Man, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Even the rich can get in trouble.
It is true. We're about to head out to our morning meeting. Yep. We got News 8 at noon. We will see you on the TV then. Until next time. Bye, everybody.